Spy X Family.
So major plot developments this time.
Fucking, oh my god, this is like big. I love it. Honestly, I'm just gonna jump to my favorite part here. Fucking big brain genius move from Lloyd. I really appreciate this idea, like the replica keychain going in there, looking at it. And right when I realized what he was doing, I was like, "You fucking beautiful bastard, you!"
Right.
I love that. And he's like, and like the fact that he what the kid's name's Desmond?
Yeah.
Are we sure?
Damien Desmond.
Right when the kid gets to meet Lloyd, Twilight, too many fuck names, right? Can we just like refer to each other as like code words or like sequences of numbers? Can we promise Neverland this and all get like numerical tattoos on our necks?
Sure. I am 42069.
Lazy joke is lazy. You get one or the other, okay?
Nah, I get both. I'm special.
Well, anyway, 2B.
Oh, I got the booty.
Crush me with that ass. Anyway, I thought that that was very clever. And anyway, sorry, you got me off track thinking about 2B's ass. So,
it is a nice ass.
It's a very nice ass. So, the fact that he gets to meet Anya's, what he assumes to be Anya's dad is so cute to me because, he has a fucking crush on her. So that's like a big moment. Like, oh my God, you're Anya's dad? And then he uses I have to apologize for my daughter's behavior. And now that he's getting to meet the guy that they've been trying to meet this whole time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, this guy, he really do be looking like a fucking demon ghoul something. like, what is wrong with this fucking guy?
That is what it looks like to have no soul and be a multi-billionaire.
So I'm so interested in like how this conversation's gonna go. Like, when he's talking, like, is it gonna surprise us? Is he actually gonna be super chill, or is he actually gonna be a dick? I imagine he's a dick. And if he's a dick, how then do we get to a point where Twilight is like, able to kind of just be like, oh, hey, cool, we should hang more. We should, our kids are friends. Let's talk. Like, how do we get to that point?
Right, that's the big question, because obviously the whole goal to infiltrate this function at the school was to get to this moment, to try and get to this moment anyway. Like, it was said that like getting in was impossible. All the best people have tried, blah 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 blah.
And I'm glad that was said, because I mean, like, it really does kind of like rule out all the possible plot holes. Like, why did we need to do this elaborate thing? I think the explanation made total sense. Like, yeah, I mean, like, like, especially the one where he's talking, like, if I went in disguised as, like, a random politician and I got into and I was talking to him, then the actual politician would come back and be acting totally differently. It'd be like, oh, good to see you last week. I wasn't here last week. So, like, I don't know. I thought it made total sense.
It does. And it's just like, I'm curious now that he just fucking weaseled his way in pretending like his daughter lost something. Is that going to cause any commotion? Is that going to... Because you know how...
Yeah, his boys are like, you need to leave, sir.
You know how the school is. It's quite bizarre. Like, all the merits and demerits, all the little tiny rules that go around. And the whole play was for Anya to do good. And Lloyd obviously realized that Anya be dumb when it comes to school. So...
Yeah, I personally got a 14 on that test. He's like, don't compare me to you.
And her moment of being brave, and I'm going to come be brave and tell my daddy that I got a 14.
Oof.
Just to try and play nice with, as she calls him, Scion Boy. Like, that was a wholesome moment, but like, that probably got her more of the bad merits, and
the test score probably, yes. I don't know about isn't bad merits just for like misbehaving, or I mean maybe like really bad grades. I guess it would depend on how many bad grades she gets.
Exactly. She definitely doesn't seem to be doing the best at the school thing. Though.
Yeah, she's too stupid.
She's too cute.
No,
this is like
cute and stupid is not mutually exclusive.
True. This is like if I had a fucking daughter. Like, I was not school smart.
Yeah, I also love this moment here where like he he keeps assuming, oh, Anya's different from these other people, right? Like these other kids are all like, oh, I want to talk to your dad, I want to meet your dad because he's powerful, blah blah blah. It'd be like if you were like Tony Stark's fucking kid, I
Yeah,
love you 3000, motherfucker. Like you definitely have, assuming he wasn't dead in this timeline, you would have people like wanting to be friends with you just because of who your fucking father is. So he's very on edge with a lot of these other girls, but like with Anya, because she's so fucking different and weird and punched him in the face the first time they met, like he assumes she's different. And I like this moment where one of his little lackeys is like, why she's following you, right? And he gets all blushy and like, what is it? Well, she wants to see your dad just like everybody else. And he's so like, it's interesting that everyone else thinks that, but I think he, in his heart, knows that Anya is different, and that's why he's so like infatuated with her.
absolutely. So the other thing that I really want to talk about is like where could we possibly go from here? Because there's a lot of different avenues this whole meeting with the target could take. So me being the more spy savvy guy, I wonder if this is just going to be like the first mission to infiltrate this entire party because this is one of the leaders of a political party. Is this the actual lead, or is this just like infiltration? Is this just straight up assassination if you can't, win him over?
Right.
And
Well,
then
he does
replace
mention
him?
that the plan is not to kill him; it's to like get information out of him, and I think just try to smooth shit over and make sure peace happens. Because if he mysteriously died, that would actually be the exact opposite of what they wanted. That would more
But
likely to start a war.
but Lloyd is also a master disguise, so he could easily take his place.
Yeah,
It,
but that would be an indefinite thing. Like then that would be his life. He would literally just have to
yeah.
be that politician forever.
Or he could be the politician, resign from the party, and then
That's true.
fuck.
Be a politician for like a month or two, so it doesn't seem sus.
Hmm.
Suppose maybe it'll come down to that.
Maybe Anya will have fucked it up, and then somehow like, oh no, Daddy, he's gonna nuke the other country, and then just plop, dead.
Again, I'm pretty sure that's not going to lead to an assassination thing because that would literally cause the exact thing they don't want to cause. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
but the other option here is like we just smooth everything over. Then where does the story go from here? Because obviously we have a more slice of life style story with this, whereas Mission Yozakor family is more of the like day to day life of a spy themselves, not just the missions. So this one having like three main plots going on: yours life,
hmm
Anya's life, and Lloyd's life.
Well, I assume it's
Where
going to
would
do a fucking Comey situation where, like, the majority of the chapters are just kind of like, day to day life, having fun, like, like the wacky tennis shit. And then occasionally you have a chapter like this where, like, this is big plot stuff moving it along. So I think what you're most likely to have here is to have a chapter or two where it's establishing, yes, we have, like, an in with Scion Boy's dad now. Okay, all right, we have an in, but it's like a fragile in, right? Like he's probably going to be really awkward, like super hard to kind of like read or talk to, but at the very end he'll be like, "All right, well, you interest me and, fair enough. I'll treat you to one dinner." Something like that, right? So he'll probably get like one little fragile tiny baby in to and we'll deal with that later, but that's my personal guess. It's not, it's going to be a very like just barely got a little dinner date with the guy or something.
Yeah, and so the attempt to smooth things over definitely isn't a permanent end. Um, and
Yeah, in
what I'll
fact, he
probably
might
do,
write it in such a way that makes it so that like Anya still needs to, become friends with his kid to make this more of a permanent, like, so I can continue talking to this guy.
and then each time plant like a spy device in there and be like, okay, I can gather intel up here because I was able to infiltrate this room this time. Oh, I got wine drunk and I just passed out on his couch. Some sort of microphone is implanted in there inside the seat cushion. Something dumb like that.
Sure.
Um,
Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Like, that's basically what I see happening. Beyond that, do you have much to talk about, honestly, other than just Yeah, I'm more just interested in how this. The main thing that I'm interested in now is how this conversation is going to go. Like, I'm really curious.
Yeah, that's the big one here. Like, and obviously, this being bi-weekly, we have to wait 2 fucking weeks to find out.
Maybe we'll get Yor in a different type of chair next week.
Don't say that. I don't want another fucking .1 review.
What if
of
it's
that
like?
soon.
But what if it's like that Chainsaw Man color page where it's like a pinup Yor? Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
What about the Yowie fan service? Can I?
Yeah, I'm fine. We can have a pinup fucking Lloyd too. As long as it's topped off by a pinup Bond.
And another fashion show of Anya, because that was probably the fucking funniest thing ever.
Very cool.
Uh,
But yeah, I guess. What do you think his personality is going to be? Is it going to be like what we expect it to be, or is he going to like throw us off? I mean, we know he's like a shitty dad, so that's already confirmed. Although he did take the time to show up here when like the brother didn't really expect him to.
yeah, he does seem to care in his own way. He's one of those I give a fuck when it's convenient for me type fathers. This is at the school where all of my children have went. I'm going to show up and grace them with my presence, and then I'm going to fuck off not to be seen until I have another sperm come into this school. And that will be my life forever.
Yeah, that's going to be something interesting to know. Like, I want to know how he feels about his kids. Is it one of those things where, like, I want my kid to, follow in my footsteps, or is he just the type of dad I don't give a fuck at all about my kid? You know what I mean? Like, that's going to be interesting. Like, just learning about his character is probably going to be the highlight for me. Now, of course, we end this off with talking about Anya's antics, because, what else would we talk about? What was your favorite Anya antic?
Like I said, I really love the fact that she tried so hard to convince Scion. I will call him Scion.
Mm-hmm.
Like that it's not the end of the world to fail. That was
except of course when your dad is a very powerful man that could literally have you killed.
But it's such an Anya moment.
I know.
You're not wrong. Like, you could just pop him off and have another test tube baby.
I wonder if there's been a fucking like a situation in the past where, like, I don't know, like a fucking Adolf Hitler type guy, like a dude with like very short fuse, had a massive position of power, and he had like a kid, and that kid was like did some shit that made the guy mad, and then because he made him mad, he like waged a war on a country just because he was mad.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if fucking Genghis Khan did.
Well, Genghis Khan has so many kids. One of us might have Genghis Khan blood in us. He fucked so many women.
It's rumored or theorized anyway that like everybody has a little bit of Genghis
Not
Khan
everybody.
DNA.
There's like a percentage. It's quite high though.
It's fucking near everybody.
No, it's not. You're pulling shit out of your ass. There's a specific number. I'll look it up. Genghis Khan blood. How many? 16 million men alive today have Genghis Khan's blood.
16 million. Okay.
Well, everybody.
Right? I'm Patrick Star here.
David, this is what the fuck? End my suffering, okay?
Is Genghis Khan an instrument?
Oh my god. Ew. Well, I imagine he was packing. Imagine he had quite the instrument.
And with that, peace.
Oh, are you sure? Okay.